So what was the inspiration to even, get the show going on the road for you?
I wanted to do a legal show that was set in this court in the Southern District of New York, and it's, as they say in the pilot, it's the highest profile kind of trial court in the United States, and to me it seemed like a great place to put a legal show because of the kinds of cases they get there. And I also wanted to do a show that would kind of show both sides of the law, so that you'd be on both the prosecution and defense and get the different perspectives as these young lawyers take on these cases. And so I kind of put those two ideas together, and that's what we have here.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. It's not something that I feel is normal to see on TV, to get both sides of the story, because even, you have other shows like Law and Order and everything, you get snippets, but here it seems like you're giving the well-rounded story. And what different topics, if you're allowed to, will you be talking about throughout the show?
Yeah, no, I mean, we kind of handle like really big, I don't want to say sensational, but very high-profile cases. So in the pilot, it's a terrorism case. We have an espionage case. We have kind of cases that attract a lot of media attention, but we also have cases that are interesting because they're in federal court, even though they're not like necessarily high profile. We find them really entertaining. So we have like a case about wine forgery, which is a little known offense, but it's actually a real thing. And so there's always, I think, a good balance between high profile cases and cases that are distinctively federal, but not necessarily like a sensational case, but are a lot of fun. So every episode we try to kind of balance things out. But we handle topics that are really serious and weighty, like mandatory minimum sentencing, bystander responsibility, like can you be guilty of not doing something, not helping somebody? Is that a crime? And we handle that in, I think, I hope, a really interesting way. So it's a lot of stuff I think that you don't see normally on legal shows or crime procedurals, and that was something we set out to do from the beginning.
And what is the show doing in order to aid Hollywood towards more inclusion and diversity, besides just the cast that is very diverse as seen in the trailer?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's Shondaland, and so that's where we start from, and I don't think there's any place in this industry that's more committed to having an inclusive environment, and it just is second nature to all of us that work with her, and the values that come from her. So it is in the cast. It's also on the production side. Our line producers, a woman. A lot of the lead producers on the show are women. We have a really diverse crew. Not as diverse as we'd like it to be, in the sense that everything should be as diverse as possible, so that you don't even register it really. But I think it's really a commitment of everybody involved in the show to make every level of the show, not just the most visible ones, a diverse and inclusive environment. And we just are going to keep pushing that. That's the way we do business, literally.
I love that. And you also worked on Scandal, correct?
Yeah.
Will this have any kind of little nuggets in the same way, I guess, that Pixar puts hints of its shows into other movies?
Yeah, I mean, not yet, but I wouldn't rule it out. I mean, just like that recent crossover with How to Get Away with Murder, I don't think 3 years ago they'd ever planned or saw that coming, and so I don't know. I mean, obviously nothing with Scandal in particular, because it'll be gone at that point. But right now it's its own show and its own world that we've created. But I don't know, going forward, it's certainly possible.
Okay, well, can't wait to look for those. Thank you so much.
All right,
nice to meet you.
Yeah.